Hi, my name is Tina and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I had duodenal switch surgery with Dr. Srikanth in Federal Way, Washington on June 9th of 2020. I'm about 3.5 months out right now. And on last Friday, I went to see my nutritionist for a monthly follow-up visit. And I just kind of wanted to share some of the things that we talked about when I was there. So, first thing first, they weighed me, and I haven't really been weighing myself at home just because the scale hasn't been going down. It started going down really fast in a couple of months ago, like maybe my second month, my first month after surgery. I had gained like 20 pounds in surgery just from what they pump you full of during the surgery, and then I had dropped a bunch of weight, and it was great. And then I was weighing myself every day, and it wasn't moving, and so it got really frustrating, and I just decided to stop weighing myself so much. So I went in to see the nutritionist on Friday, and I got my weight. And from last month when I saw her, I'm seeing her once a month. Last month when I saw her, I weighed 230 pounds. And on Friday when I saw her, I weighed 222 pounds, which is a loss of 8 pounds, which is in 1 month. So that's great. I'm thrilled with that. I mean, of course I wish it was more, but just try to be realistic. It's not always going to go 20 pounds a month. And plus I'm trying to be healthy and try not to be so, I don't know, crazy about my weight. Just trying to have a new attitude about the whole thing. So anyway, I'm happy with 222. And then we talked about, we're talking about, every time I see her, I talk about protein just because it's not that easy. I'm progressing to being a vegan, and I've been a vegetarian for a very long time. So protein is kind of an issue. And I mean, there are lots and lots of vegan sources of protein. You can have beans, you can have tofu, you can have hemp seeds. I'm not going to go into the whole list, but there are a lot of really great whole protein sources that you can have when you're vegan. But the issue that I've found is that you have to consume so much of it for it to really be like. So they start you with the protein shakes. So I found some great protein shakes that are vegan. I have the Orgain shakes. I have Vega shakes. And I was getting into the bars. I had purchased a whole bunch of the protein bars. And I was really excited about that because it wasn't a shake and it was protein. And so then when I talked to her about that, she said, no, you can't, we don't count the protein in the bars, and we don't count the protein. Really, it's just the shakes. And then she took me back to the paperwork that I received before I had my surgery that I'm sure a lot of us would like to ignore. And it says right on there in bold letters more than one time that 150 grams of protein is essential every day for the rest of your life. And the preferred form of that is with shakes, not the pre-made shakes, the shake powder, the protein powder that you mix and make your own shake right before you consume it. So that's not going to change. So it was the hard reality that I had to face. And I bought a ton of protein bars. So if anybody needs any protein bars, I'm stocked, and I'm not really supposed to eat them anymore. So actually I think my husband's enjoying them, but that's kind of the bad news that I had. I had good news with my weight dropping. I had bad news with my protein, that my plan of how I was going to get 150 grams of protein every day. No, the fact is I need to commit to 150 grams of protein every day. Preferred form is with my shakes. And so I was talking to her because the vegan protein shakes, so the non-vegan, like the whey protein shakes, they typically have around 30 or more grams of protein per shake. And the vegan ones that I have found, they only have 20 grams of protein per shake. And so I was thinking I'm going to have 4, you know, instead of 5 shakes a day, I'm going to have 7 shakes a day, which is just, that's just a lot. I mean, 5's a lot. So I mentioned that to her and she said, well, no, you just, instead of putting 1 scoop, so when you make the protein shake, you take 1 scoop of the Orgain or whatever it is, Vega, and you put it in a blender or mixer, whatever you're doing, and then add it to 8 ounces or whatever water. Well, actually, she said I need to have 8 ounces or less of water, just because the thicker it is, the better. The slower it moves through your digestive tract, the more you absorb. So I know this is not the first time she's explained this to me, but I think it's just really hard for me to hear it. Probably hard for anybody to hear it, but you're supposed to mix them very thick. Well, she said instead of just putting 1 scoop of protein powder for the shakes, if I want to get 30 grams of protein, I need to put 1.5 scoops of protein powder in the shake, which, okay, but the fact is I'm not really enjoying the shakes anyway. I wasn't enjoying them when I was doing the whey shakes. I'm not enjoying them now. They're just not that great. So I've always kind of approached that as it's medicine and it's something that my body needs and I have to do it. So that's the way I've dealt with it. Well, mixing them stronger with less water and more powder is not, that doesn't help any of that, but it's what I need to do and it's what I'm supposed to be doing to stay healthy. Protein is so important, and I haven't yet started losing my hair, but I know that I'm going to, just because that's just what everybody says, that I'm probably going to lose quite a bit of hair. Plus I'm not, you know, I'm older and my hair isn't great anyway. I have very, very fine hair, and so I know that losing hair is going to be a thing. The one thing that I can do to make sure that it isn't terrible and devastating is to consume as much protein as I'm supposed to be consuming. The protein, the iron, and the zinc, and biotin, and really all the vitamins that impact your hair. So just keeping up on my protein. If I just don't get a bad attitude and don't start questioning it, and which I had been doing last month, I was questioning it and thinking of ways to get around it. That's why I bought all the bars, because I thought, well, I could just get around this and just have these candy bars. No, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. So anyway, I'm recommitting to my program with my protein shakes, and I'm recommitting to doing what my doctor team, Carly, the nutritionist at the Center for Weight Loss Surgery, which is Dr. Srikanth in Federal Way and Kirkland, Washington. They have great reputation. They do great work. I'm really, really happy with everything that's happened with them, and I'm very glad that I chose them and found them. So the least I can do is respect what I'm told. So that being said, I'm recommitting to taking all the protein that I'm supposed to be taking. Okay, the other thing we talked about when I was there, and I have touched on this a little bit with my videos so far, but I wanted to just bring it up a little bit more, just because it's just like with the protein, it seems like a crazy amount. And I'm on a lot of Facebook groups, I'm on Instagram groups, and you know, I'm just a normal person. I'm always seeking things out when I'm questioning it. But this is the reality of what my doctor expects me to take. So 150 grams of protein every day in the form of not a pre-made shake, so a shake that I mix right before I consume it. I'm also supposed to have 50,000 IUs per day of vitamin D2, and I was taking 2,000 IUs of D3 twice a day. After they did my labs last time, which was a month ago, I'm over on some of my things, so they've changed my vitamins. So my D3 now I'm not supposed to be taking at all. I'm just take D2 50,000 a day. B12 is great. I still take 2,500 milligrams of the sublingual every day, which I get those at Trader Joe's. They're not expensive. They're small, and you just put them under your tongue. So 2,500 of those a day. It's easy. I've been doing that for years anyways, way before I started weight loss surgery process. So vitamin A, I was taking 10,000 IUs a day, and now I'm to take 10,000 IUs a day, so 20,000 4 times a day. And I take the little gel tabs, and I was really worried about that because I had been looking on these groups and I saw a lot of people say you're not supposed to take gel or capsule with duodenal switch surgery. There's a lot of things that you learn on the internet that isn't fact. I'm learning. So me as well. I strongly suggest talking to your doctor and to your nutritionist and whoever you're working with, because I get a lot of bad information online. So anyway, that being said, I continue to take 20,000 IUs 4 times a day of vitamin A. Iron, I have gone from 325 milligrams 3 times a day to, I talked about this in a prior video, my tongue and my gums and my teeth had turned black because I had been taking so much iron. So since I was so over on my iron, and I was, the labs, I was getting over 1,000 extra iron that I needed. So I'm not supposed to be taking any iron at all for a while. So no iron. I'm a little worried about my hair. I talked to her about that, and she said my body has got enough. I'm fine. We'll see. Protein, continue 100 milligrams 3 times a day. I'm sorry, 30 grams 5 times a day. So that's just continue forever, evidently. Calcium citrate, I had been taking 4,500 milligrams a day. That's a lot of calcium. I was taking, and you can't take it with iron, so it was just like every 2 hours on every day I was taking something. It either was iron and some vitamins or calcium and some vitamins. You have to kind of figure out what goes with what. But anyway, I went from 4,500 milligrams to 2,500 milligrams, which is great. And zinc, I've gone from 50 milligrams 4 times a day to 50 milligrams 2 times a day. And I think zinc also impacts your hair. So even though I was over on all of my vitamins, talking to her about these again the other day, she just reinforced what she had told me. She said we're going to run my labs again next month. So I guess I can update you then. But anyway, I just had a good time seeing Carly at Dr. Shrikant's office. She's very helpful. I feel like she's very honest. I feel like I can trust her. They're very knowledgeable people. And yeah, that was my results from that visit. So anyway, I hope you found this interesting. I hope you are having a great day. And I will talk to you again soon. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. Well, you don't have to like, but if you could please subscribe, I'd so much appreciate it. Okay, thank you. Have a good day. Bye.